Hello everybody and welcome to ASTRONEER. This will actually be my first YouTube video, so don't expect anything amazing. Also, I do apologize for the stuttering. Not really something I can help, but I try. But if you end up liking this, like and subscribe, hit the bell for whenever I maybe upload next year or something. I don't expect to have an upload schedule. But, yeah. Without a further ado, let's get right into it. I've been playing this game for a while. Like a long time. I also really hope nothing is echoing through the mic now that I think about it. Good stuff. Not too far. Just not a lot of resin I'm noticing. Anyway. Yeah. This video is the first time doing everything. I've done a little bit of dabbling into like editing and making thumbnails, but I've not really gone really into it. Nor have I really made a video with like a proper mic and like barely any videos. I'm like, God, there's a fly in here. But I haven't really done any videos on the channel with like a proper voiceover. So there's a lot of firsts here, and I hope that over time, it's just gonna get better. But just get started. Do all the basics. Obviously, this is not gonna be a tutorial for how to play ASTRONEER, nor is it a first time playthrough. I've played this game way too much. Literally my favorite game. Hence why I chose it to be my first video. Or series, if y'all want to see that. My 30-something subscribers. I've kinda checked, don't really interact with the channel. But yeah. I'm really hoping I'm gonna be able to like grow the channel proper now that there's actually like entertaining looking content. But yeah, I've not really got that narrator feel. I'm not really good commentator. I don't know if I'm talking too much. If I'm not gonna be talking enough, I'm doing this. This is the first video. Like this. I have a good idea, but I'm just not sure, you know? But if this does become a series, in this save, I'm planning on like doing all sorts of stuff, right? Like, I've got both DLCs, like, there's gonna be a lot of content if y'all are interested in this. And if I'm blessed by the algorithm, and like, people actually end up clicking on my videos, right? But I'm putting a lot of effort into these now. And I really hope that pays off. This is sort of like Let's Play-ish, I guess, which aren't really in style anymore. But I've seen a few channels that do content like this, and they have some pretty substantial viewer bases. And we really did not spawn near any like substantial amount of resin. This is horrible. ASTRONEER things. Why did that go in the terrain? Why? Yeah, also, in case y'all haven't noticed, I am playing on controller instead of keyboard and mouse. Why is that? Well, that's just because I don't really know how to play the game with keyboard. So that's why I like. But yeah, I'm just not very good at it. Here's a controller. See, the thing with a lot of games I'm gonna be playing on the channel. So if that somehow makes you angry, sorry, I guess. But yep, we're gonna be doing all things. It'll be fun. Can't wait. Also, again, not very into the things. Well, I guess we just go through all of the quests, get everything, and do all things. And I don't know how to do it time-lapse yet. So whenever I edit this, a lot of the ideas that I have might not be very easy to pull off. Yeah, I don't expect this video to be very... You know what? No, I've said that like a million freaking times already. I'm just gonna shut up about it. I've got a lot of things to say. I mean, there's not really anything there to narrate on. Yeah, really. But yeah, anyway. I guess I'm just gonna look through the, timeline and stuff, like, cut out parts where I'm not talking, either cut out parts of the video where it's just grinding, or just edit it down, or like do a time-lapse, because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to watch a raw video clip, like raw footage of someone just playing ASTRONEER. Don't get me wrong, this game is incredibly fun, but nobody got no time for that. So I'm gonna be trying my best to make this fun to watch, but this is my first time. I can really only do so much. But I think here in a bit, I'm just gonna shut up and then, like, in editing, do a time lapse and practice on this kind of stuff. So that'll be coming shortly, I guess. So if y'all have any tips, if y'all are YouTubers, y'all's self, or if y'all just have kind words to say, right? Feel free to just drop them in the comments. They would genuinely make my day. I'm not gonna lie. So, oh, I just made another canister when I didn't need to. Whoops. You can just go somewhere around here. I am also speaking fairly soft. I've not got that, like, confidence, you know, that I got it. Kind of soft spoken, not gonna talk very loud, but my mic is pretty good, so I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be picked up. I speak clearly, historically. I'm not the best at. I do have a stuttering problem, even though I really haven't been stuttering at all in this recording, which is really nice, but it's odd. you know? I guess I could explain what I'm doing, and, you know, I'm gonna do. That seems a little important. So I'm just gathering, you know, a bunch of compounded resin to build out a bunch of platforms and get some basic machines going to get bites and a smelting furnace going. And, you know, basically all the basics, all the stuff that you need to get generators, so I can... Oh, we ran completely out of power. That was fun. That's interesting. Oh, probably like backpack was charging. That's probably why. Battery. Nice. There's kinda like a lot of stuff that I can react to, because, you know, I have... Actually, let me check it on the phone here, while this large printer is printing. Say that. 10 times fast. How much time do I have in ASTRONEER? I know it's gonna be an unholy amount. Alright, I have... Pull it up. I have 18 days and 4 hours in this game. So, yeah. If that's not interesting, I don't know what is. But I've got the large printer down. I think I'm gonna get into time lapse. I'm gonna shut up and I'm just get stuff done, you know? Well, without further ado, let's go. I have ran around and grabbed a bunch of resin and crafted a bunch of platforms where we're going to put all of our machines to craft with. As you want to see in the time lapse, I went to a lot of resin nodes and fully depleted them, so... Yeah, we don't have much resin. At least the resin intensive part is over. Also, I hope the time lapse came out alright. Really hope I'm able to, you know, pull it together. Anyway, we need a smelting furnace. Have that unlocked. I think we start with the bites to do it. Yes, we do. And let's get the soil centrifuge too. Why is that so hard to say? Anyway. The smelting furnace is 1,2 resin. 5 compound. Despite me saying that I'm that valuable to no resin. And I have 4 of them right there. Interesting. Anyway. Go. Alright. I do think that I take inspiration from other YouTubers. And I do watch a lot of YouTube. That's why I think I already have a good idea of what goes into making a YouTube video. I do today's videos, but I am, as of right now, I do not have the editing abilities to take, like, multiple real-life days worth of content and pack into at most in hour-long video. I'm just not at that point. I remember watching a freaking 8-hour 100% of a Satisfactory made by Floydson. I don't know how he managed to do that. That must take some dedication. But I think it's about time we go to the caves. Get some laterite. Get some. Actually, hang on. Let's make a research chamber before we get ahead of ourselves. That's 2 compound and a resin. Guess who has no compound? But there is a lot of compound just sitting around here. Unlike resin. So we're chilling. But game plan, we're gonna get all the basics down. We're gonna get a shuttle. We're gonna get chemistry lab and atmospheric condenser, hydrazine, and maybe that'll about be the end of the video. Because this is like a test run. Like, see if I can pull together a watchable video, right? But yeah, I've said this like maybe 4 times already. Yeah, I'm probably going to be repeating myself a bunch. Sorry. I just don't have a ton of stuff to say. I only need 1 resin, right? I just don't have a ton of interesting stuff to say. Not really. I don't really know what goes into what's interesting to say on a YouTube video. Like, I don't really know that yet. I also don't know how much I should be filling in with, like, what I'm saying and crap that I edited in. So this learning experience, I know I've already said this a million times, but don't expect this to be the most interesting video you've ever seen on the platform, but so far, I think that I'm doing great, and the quality will only improve from here on out. Because, practice makes perfect. I'm not gonna start out making the best content ever, but I can start out making some pretty decent content that I put my heart and soul into. Anyway, research chamber. Gonna give us like 4,500 bytes. Neat. I didn't really find a cave opening, so we're just gonna make one ourselves. Gotta get the right angle though. This Y game. We're gonna go a little shallow. Okay, we're gonna hop under. There we go. Come through here. Open up the ceiling a bit. Oh, I'm at an angle. Let's hope we aren't unlucky with laterite, because it has happened to me several times where I'll come down to the caves to get laterite and then it just not be there. Like I will find everything but ladder. Oh shoot! I didn't run tethers down here. a lot of my brain power is really going into making this sound and look good. And, you know, making the frickin' video. Not so much into playing the game. Oh, come on. Connect there. There we go. So, yeah. I'm just gonna be a little worse at the game than normal. Make really silly mistakes like that. But, I feel like that'll just give the video some flavor, right? It's not just, oh, I'm doing everything exactly right, and nothing is going wrong. Because come on, who wants to watch that? Even if it's really slight hiccups, you know? I don't know. Yeah. And maybe as we get further to the game. Hi, big still magmite. Could you disappear? Thank you very much. But yeah, don't know exactly what I'm doing. I forgot tethers again. What am I doing? Yeah. Run back up here, grab some tethers. Again, if anybody watching, it's like, does YouTube, if y'all have any tips for me, I would love to hear them, or if y'all have any questions about this, even though I'm probably not the best person to ask, if y'all are just curious about something, feel free to ask in the comments. I feel like at this point, I'm not gonna get hardly any comments, so more the merrier. Just so I know that there's people watching these videos, you know, and it's not just a few family members. Also, that reminds me, in the future, I want to plan on bringing some friends on the channel, but not 100% sure how that's gonna work, because, you know, my friends are my friends. They're not, like, trying to make a YouTube video. I'm just gonna bring them on and say, hey, you wanna be on YouTube? Sure. So yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a lot harder to edit, but for now, it's just me. And I see laterite right over there. Sweet. So, on. We're gonna like a backpack full. I'm out of tennis. Man, this game really just flips on its head when I get the portable alternator. And a princess who is a snail in this game, when you feed her, makes you invulnerable to all damage except for suffocation damage. Which, you know, portable alternators. Put that in your backpack, give it some power, and feed princess, and oh wow, you're suddenly immortal. So, yeah. But we, as of now, are pretty far from that. You know, just starting out, but I plan on making this a whole series. You know, probably, I make this way too steep, but probably, you know, I'm gonna make this a series. It's like the worst upload schedule known to man, but it'll be a series. Maybe in the future someone can binge the entire freaking thing. I don't know. Give me some ad revenue for whenever I get enough subscribers to even get that. Yeah. Hopefully, that'll work out. Y'all are gonna get some pretty good content. smelt up all this laterite. Get some aluminum. Just gonna bring this back to base because we need bytes. Really getting bytes is definitely a problem. And especially whenever you start trying to go to space. The shuttle takes a fair bit of bytes. Along with, you know, everything else that it needs, and all the other things that you need to unlock with the machines, like chemistry lab, atmospheric and condenser and stuff, trade rockets and shredders, you know. What? Oh god. Yeah, we're probably just gonna carry this. We don't want Astroneer's physics slurping up my research and banishing it to the void. We don't. we probably don't want that. And what do you know? The research chamber's open. Start cooking this up. For the longest time that I've been playing this game, like for the majority of the time that I've been playing this game, I would defend the medium platform A's, which look like this little hologram there. This one. Let's see if I can get a bit of camera angle on it. This thing. Because, you know, it's so simple. It just fits the machine. That's it. Makes sense. But I have been missing out because the B's, which is what we have here, as we are demonstrating on the smelting furnace, actually right now, will actually take the outputs and automatically input to the machines. Which, if you're brand new, is really important to know. Yeah, I've been doing everything the hard way for the longest time, and I don't know how I managed to go for several days of playtime without freaking doing anything else. So yeah. We're just gonna let this smelt. We're gonna get some organic, maybe in between to generator. Yeah, that's a sentence that people really say. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna let this smelt and grab some organic, like I literally just said. Why did I just repeat that? Yeah. So make this thing time lapse. Why not? It's not that easy. Yeah. See you in a bit. Alright, we have smelted this aluminum. Let's go put this down here. Now storage. Yeah. Now we need to think about getting shuttle. It is 1,500 bytes. That is a lot. So actually, I think I'm gonna make a soil centrifuge, so that we can turn the soil that I've been digging and putting in these canisters into turn into resources like resin, which I really fucking need. Oh, I just weird. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm trying to be PG on this channel or not. Probably not, because that seems like a lot to do. Censoring a lot of watching my mouth. I'm not very good at. guess I'll just be on the safe side for now. Look at the analytics, see the aid groups from that are watching my channel, and then go from there. If I go up to PT, I'm gonna have to keep a lot of friends on the channel because they are some of them are a little insane. Yeah. They can be funny, but not something you want to. God, that they say it's not something you would want to listen to around your parents. Let's just say that. Yeah. The aluminum. We're gonna print this, and then I gotta step out for a second. It'll not even be a period of time for y'all, but see you when this is done printing. Alright, everybody, we are back, and we have a soil centrifuge. Nice. Let's get some resin going before I lose my mind trying to find more. So we can get some like crap going. I have forgotten what. Should have stepped outside in a few minutes. I'm sure. Anyway, we need more power. Luckily we have compound right there. Sweet. Very weird. Real quick, in a huge amount. Also, in case you were curious, the small canisters do not actually need, they don't need to be attached to your terrain tool to be able to extract the soil. I just put them there because I think that's the best place I can put them. I have remembered what I was going to use this resin for. Storage! Because we need a lot of that right about now. Because we are looking... Our storage situation is not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Yeah, we're gonna bite. Oh, we have enough to get the small shuttle. Amazing. Let's grab this guy and throw him in there. 25 speed gonna give us 500. Sweet. What about the solid fuel thruster? You need 5 bytes. Little pro tip. If you look on the backpack here, I'm gonna grab my mouse. If you look at your research thing here, click on that. I did not know that. I do not play this on PC at all. But if you see but if you see the green dot there, if I go into the thing, which we probably don't actually have anything that we have enough bytes to research, but if we did, the light up top would light up green, but we don't actually have the bytes. But a little pro tip: you can actually see that light lit up green from even if you're not holding it in, it's just in your backpack. So you can leave it on the thing that you're wanting to research, and then you can glance at your backpack every now and then to see if you have enough. And what happened here? Oh. Whoopsies. I unplugged the base. That's probably not something I really want to be doing. Whoops. Anyway. Yeah, get some storage. Let's get storage. where to go, eh? So, I tried to say something without knowing what I was going to say. Intersect. Oh, that's not good. You're being all the way over there. Try to. There we go. Grab you. Move you back here. Where all the story's gonna go. Unplug you. And we just throw everything on here. Make some more sprinters. Where did that go? Oh my gosh, it's still... That's not good. Grab some soil and extend the platform. Man, that sucks. Thought I was gonna finally not make this platform oversized like I do in most of my playthroughs. Nope. It's too small now. Oh, what the? What? How? I'm so confused. How that happened. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Alright, now let's move these. Now let's unlock these. No, not. Thanks. Oh my gosh, I'm fumbling. Let's move you all back. Oh my gosh. Move you all back here. Make sure everything's still aligned-ish. I don't really care that much, but I do care a little. As long as it doesn't look off-center, so my slight case of OCD won't implode on me. That's probably not the best choice of words. Just because it doesn't make sense. Anyway. Why is this hologram stuck all the way over there? Let's make this centered again. Why are you all the way over there? What the? What? Huh? Why is there a hologram stuck there? I am so confused. What in the world? I've never seen that. I've seen similar things, but... Man, Megatech just destroyed this game, dude. This game has been so much more buggy since Megatech. It's gotten a lot better than it was, but I feel like since the Megatech update, there's just been so many random bugs. Anyway, we got some storage now. Let's go. Alright. Spacecraft. Let's make that shuttle. There's 2 aluminum, which is barely anything. And wow, there goes all of our power. And the generators, I grabbed a little too much. Let's grab one make it even. Why? Because Alright. Power! Ew. ASTRONEER does not like my long monitor. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of, I completely forgot to mention up until now, I am playing on a very large monitor. I don't think OBS is a particularly large fan of that either. So there's probably a few bars on the top and bottom of your screen right now. Sorry about that. there's not much I can do about that without cutting off parts of the screen, which is pretty important to see. Maybe not on ASTRONEER, but it's still pretty important to see in like every other game, because for most games the UI is in the corner, and if I cut off the edge of the screen, you're not going to be able to see it, or the UI is going to be cut off. I mean, yeah, y'all don't need to see the UI, but like, if you ask me, it makes watching video more fun. It's kind of hard to explain. Oh, we got a rocket. Sweet. So, yeah, basically nothing. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to find ammonium. I forgot about that. So rocket fuel in this game comes in two forms: the solid fuel thruster and hydrazine. Oh my God, there's ammonium right there. Nice. But anyway, as I was saying, rocket fuel comes in two forms in this game. There's the solid fuel and the hydrazine. Solid fuel thrusters take aluminum and ammonium. We can only make those for now, so that's what we're thinking to get into space. But there's also hydrazine. But hydrazine takes a lot of ammonium to make, so ammonium is pretty important for rockets. So we're gonna need a lot of that. However, this stuff does not like to spawn frequently on a Silva, the planet that we're on, and the starting planet. Now, on most planets, it weirdly spawns a lot of this stuff, which, like, you need ammonium to get there. So, like, sphalerite? Man, there must be a really big sphalerite vein in the cave below us. But anyway, you need ammonium to get access to the ammonium veins, so it doesn't really make sense to me. And also, there's really only two ways to get ammonium. There is, just finding it and digging it, and there's the soil centrifuge. Both suck because, well, ammonium does spawn in pretty big veins. The veins themselves are really rare for no good reason. And then for the soil centrifuge, which I could probably demonstrate in a second, this all the way. Because if you want to come to the centrifuge, to make ammonium in the centrifuge, you need 2 canisters of ammonium. You need to fill it up. You need to fill up the centrifuge in fully to get 1 piece of ammonium. It's kind of insane. Compared to like any other resource. We actually need clay, so I'm gonna spin up some of that. But it's kind of insane how hard ammonium is to get when you consider how important it is. Also, we got the solid fuel thruster, we got bikes. It's kind of insane. Like the supply and the demand. I want to use weird terms of ammonium. It's a little insane, if you ask me. Got the engine. Quest for unknown? Yes, we did. Whole bunch of quests now. We also haven't been collecting our rewards. Huh. Alright, let's grab this thruster, not the canister. Let's grab the thruster. Come on. Go under the rocket. What was that? You really couldn't choose between do I go in the oxygenator slot or do I go in the thruster slot? I can't choose. Anyway, got some clay here, it's done. Gotta smelt some of that to ceramic to make a oxygenator so that we can run tethers from the rocket, which is going to be really important here in a minute. Put this away in storage and put these back on the tool. Alright. What was that quest that gave us a bunch of here we go with sampling. Research samples. Okay. Yeah, because I usually rely on that quest to get a whole bunch of tethers for running on different planets. So I'm gonna go run around the forest and grab some research samples. Yeah. What do we do? I may or may not time lapse this, but I feel like I am, because yeah, it's probably gonna be off and on though, because just what we're doing. Fun to edit, or it'll just straight up not happen. I have no idea, but y'all do, and we just got the quest, so that's not gonna happen. Also, there's a big wreck here that we're gonna check out in a second. I just need to run back and grab air, because that's just a tiny bit important. I'm kind of about to run out. Oh dear. Oh. There we go. We're not dead. We weren't about to die. What are you talking about? Oh, now let's run back and grab that wreck, because it could give us dynamite, and that could save us a lot of looking for it in the future. In fact, so far in the future that it's probably not going to be in this video. Maybe. We have dynamite. Oh, that's some of my people. Sweet. We got dynamite, sweet, and a solid fuel jump jet, graphite, resources. Nice. Now let's get out of here before I die. Use our new solid fuel jump jet that we found in the wreck, because it's cool, and we can jump off cliffs and use it to slow our descent, so that we don't die. That was a really lucky find, though. I remember having to build a buggy and scout and circumnavigate the planet just to find some dynamite. It's kind of crazy if you don't get lucky. But hey, driving around the buggy is pretty frickin' fun, so win some, you lose some. Also, copper. Nice. Grab this aluminum. Grab this ceramic. Print up an oxygenator. Where's the there it is. I keep on forgetting where it is in the printer, because yeah, you don't tend to print these things very often. Alright. Throw you in the rocket. Well then, we are about ready to explore this tunnel, pretty much. Check it out. Oh! Cutie RPG, sweet. Let's grab these tethers. Let's put this engine away. Let's grab a beacon. Let's put the other beacon away. let's put these in storage too. I feel like they don't ever clip through the floor, but better safe than sorry now. Alright. Well, we got a bunch of tethers. We got a beacon. I think it's about time we go explore the stars. We're off to De Solo. And everything is open on the ride. That's not normal. It doesn't actually affect us, it's just a visual bug, but that's interesting. Alright, well, you want to pick a landing site that's near a gateway chamber. Why? Because it's convenient. Now, De Solo only has 2 gateway chambers, because it's a moon and it's so small. Same thing with Novus, which is also a moon and very small. Man, is there just not going to be a landing site near a gateway chamber? I feel like in the craters, in the craters that these chambers are in is like a really good spot to land. And yet just not. I guess we'll land here. In a neighboring crater. Oh, we are in De Solo. Let's drop a beacon. Let's dig on Dodo. I probably should have made a drill mod. Because we drill through this terrain slowly. Yikes. Well, there we go. Some more soft terrain. I'm also aware that I'm not running tethers yet. I have to run back up and run those down. That might not have made sense. Let's get rid of this thing. There we go. Now, quickly, before we suffocate. Alright. What? Huh? Why? Disconnect. Oh, good. Anyway. Shoot. There's a knight there. There's a knight there. Chess piece. I actually managed to get all of the chess pieces before. Which if you don't know, on both moons, De Solo and Novus, there are a bunch of chess pieces. Now you see why I apologize about my stuttering beforehand. It's starting to get bad. But if you don't know, there's a lot of chess pieces on the moons of De Solo and Novus. And they're both different colors, so you can grab all the pieces of one type and get a chessboard. There's even a dedicated platform for it. Even though it actually makes really good storage instead of a chessboard, but yeah. But also, you don't even have to get the chess pieces, because there's holographic figurines that you can craft that act as the chess pieces. I think even act as checkers pieces too. But the ones you find around look so much better. So, oh, this one has this cache has a battery bar on it. That makes it really easy to open. I'll come back to that. Anyway, we are here for Wolframite. which I have found. It's that yellow and green cubic stuff that is right over here. True tethers. This smelt into tungsten, which we need for the chemistry lab, I think. So yeah, it's kind of important. It's also used for a lot of stuff like medium generators, floodlights, tungsten carbide, which is used for things like shredders. So yeah, it's pretty important. We appear to be full of stuff though. So let's head out of here and right, there's that thing. Let's find some compound. Okay, there's some right there. Oh, a lot of it too. Holy crap! Let's put this down. Turn you into a generator. It's gonna pop out of my back. Yep, because there wasn't any room in the backpack. And now we just need to find organic, which I don't think is very plentiful here, but and I don't want to get hit by a dagger root. Those things will two-shot you, in case you're curious. If you get close, they shoot out spikes. Very not pleasant to be impaled by the way. I don't think this stuff is organic. Yeah. Alright. Now we grab this and head on down. Oh, no, not the tether. I wanted to grab the organic, not the whole tether. Oh, it is rolling. Yoink. There, just follow the tether line and grab the thing. I'm hoping that it's one of the tiny ones that I can just scan, because you don't have room for one of the big ones. Even though the big one gives a lot more bites. Here we go. Leave this guy in charge. Get a pretty decent amount of bites, because on different planets, other than Silva, give a lot more bites. Including with increasing with their difficulty, which you can check in the Astropedia planets. You can see that it says hazards easy on Silva, and as the difficulty increases, the bites go up, with the exception of Glacio and Aatrox, because despite Aatrox saying that its hazards are very hard, Glacio is actually the better research planet. It's actually the best in the game. So if you're late game, like trying to get a bunch of stuff, 400 bites, holy crap. Anyway, if you're in the late game trying to get a whole bunch of bites to get really expensive stuff, or just early game, end up on Glacio, just scan all the stuff, get a whole bunch of bites. Which, speaking of Glacio, that is actually where we're going to be going next. But first, we got to return home, drop off all this tungsten, and then we can go to Glacio. So let's skedaddle, I guess. We put down the beacon, yes? Yep. Alright. We are off to Silo. There goes the thruster. Alright. Now where be base? You know that's on the landing pad, because most of the other spots are like circles, but landing pads are more like cylinders. And there's probably a whole bunch of beacons on them. So that's how you know which one is your base. In case you're curious. I know I said that this one's supposed to be a tutorial, but like, I can't help because I need something to talk about. Anyway, let's grab all this, throw all this on the furnace. We grab the other beacon, and we're ready to go again to Glacio, which I was just ranting about, not ranting, which I know was glazing the crap out of. Fun fact: Glacio is my favorite planet. So I will take any excuse to go to Glacio. Because on Glacio's surface there is hematite, which smelts into iron, which we need for the atmospheric condenser. Now, every time I land on Glacio, especially in the first landing, I try to scout out a good place to land for like a future base to complete the train quest line. And this might be a good spot. Oh, my PC. This is an amazing spot. There's hematite right there, too. You're absolutely gonna mark this down in a future video in the series that I really hope ends up happening, and I don't just get randomly bored and burnt out. When we do the what I call the train quest line, we're gonna be building here because there's a lot of stuff that we need for that. Oh my god, there's even the specific mission item right there. Those crates. Wow. It's literally perfect. But yeah, in the future, we're gonna be setting up a base here. But that's gonna be a few videos, a bunch of videos later. I didn't drop off this piece of wolframite. Dang it! Whoopsies. I just try not to get any on the terrain tool itself for that exact reason. It's just not in the muscle memory to check the terrain tool for me. Right, we got all that hematite fast, so research. Is there any in the general area? There's not much on the surface. There's some right there. Oop, I kind of overshot that. Look at that, 142 bytes from one tiny little thing. That is incredible. Anyway, it's time to dip back to Silva. We're just gonna make the atmospheric condenser, the chemistry lab. And then I think that's gonna be it for now. What was that? Was that the space station? That was the space station. The space station that you dropped from in the title screen. There's space coming in for a landing. And here we are. Let's just place this wolframite that we forgot to smelt right there. And we got tungsten. Also gonna top off the soil canister there and spin up some resin for more storage. Because we're running low, if you couldn't tell. are about out a room to put stuff. Oh my god, we have so much power. Oh, that was probably the wind turbine and the battery doing all the work. These two. Oh wow, we have like no power, and that's with 2 generators going. You know, if we do the math, the wind turbine has stopped, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are producing 5 units and trying to consume 11. Interesting. Yeah, that about adds up. Oh, solar centrifuge is done. Yeah. Let's throw all this on the platform. Some room for stuff. Oh, what the? I gotta lock all of these things down. There we go. Alright. Throw all this in storage. And speaking of storage, grab all this resin. And make more. Pretty much. We don't have enough. Just not quite. We're missing like 1 nugget of resin because we have a medium storage there. Man, I love being one resin short, don't you? Person who definitely plays this game. And that was not enough. Wow. That's just great. Turn over and grab this one. There we go. More organic too. Oh, speaking of organic, we have none in the generators. Uh-oh. Alright, now let's go back to printing up some storage. Oh, also, we are out of room on this platform. Let's grab this and throw it in storage. Oh, what the? Camera's acting funny now. Actually, no, that's just standard ASTRONEER jank. It adds to the charm, I guess. Let's grab this too. Alright. Storage. I love storage. Can never have too much of it. Until it covers until you've covered an entire planet in silos. Which I don't think anybody ever has, because that would be just excessive. But like, you never really know what some random person is willing to do just for fun. I would not be surprised if I went on the ASTRONEER subreddit and saw Freaking, I don't know, disc solo, just freaking covered in storage, or a thing of storage so big that you can see it from orbit. That would also be impressive. Well, we have processed down all of our goodies. Now it's time to research stuff and make said stuff. And oh my gosh, we don't have enough pipes. Okay. That's fun. Okay. I've said okay like twice. Wow. We need to grab some storage. We need to grab not storage. We need to grab some research samples. And I'm also probably gonna make a second research chamber. Cause yeah, we kind of need it. Also, while I'm down here, I'm gonna dig some, fill up the canister. Alright, and it is full. So let's head back up, spin up a bunch of resin. Because that's like our primary source of resin, because we spawned with like next to none near us. And that was unlucky. Well, let's spin that up. We're gonna get some bites, we're gonna make the things, and that's gonna be it. Man, I don't know how long I was planning on recording for, but I don't think it was this long. I'm curious on how long the video is gonna be, because I was planning on like a 30-minute video. I don't think it's gonna be 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm really curious. I might have to do a lot more like condensing on the video. I haven't even started spinning this up. Yeah, I might have to like condense down the video a lot more than I was. I don't know how I would do it any more than I've planned around without cutting off a bunch of stuff that I said. Which would not be ideal, but I'm not trying to make my first video like an hour long, so it might be necessary. I'm not sure though. Also, where is the quartz? I feel like every single cave ends up having a massive vein of quartz, and yet there is none to be seen. Same thing with sphalerite. It's like there's nothing in this cave. There is a cave down here too, like the second layer. I'm gonna back up before I dig up this. That's probably a good idea. You know, seeing as they blow up. Oh. Hey, that's fun. Let's grab some soil. Let's run some tethers down here. Because I feel like when you're in the uppermost layer of the caves, you tend not to... Oh, there's quartz right there. Wow. But as I was saying, in the upper layers of the caves, there's just not as many resources as in these like lower layers, and clearly that worked out. This worked right there. What does this so they both take glass, so I should grab 2 quartz, because you can smelt quartz into glass if you didn't know. We also need plastic, which is made in the chemistry lab. We need plastic for the condenser, which is made in the chemistry lab. Out of compound and carbon. Carbon is smelted down organic. Also, we also need ceramic for the chemistry lab, I believe. Yep. And then one of the tungstens and irons that we have. Alright, let's smelt these down. Why did I get a bunch of resin again? Why did I make a bunch of resin? Right. Research. I forgot that we needed a lot more of that. Man, I have the memory of a goldfish. I feel like a lot of my brain power is going towards the video. A lot more than, well, so much that genuinely forgetting how to play the game and forgetting all the crap that I'm doing. Yeah, I've already said that. Repeating myself, I'm not really good at this yet. What was I doing? I guess I'll get compound for the research chamber. Alright. Where's the research sample? Did I grab a research sample? I don't think I did. Wow. I'm a little slow. Wasn't that the whole reason I came down here? And there's some right there. Wow. Nice. Man, this solid fuel jump jet's gonna be empty real quick. I am using this thing up. Okay, now let's make that another research chamber. Then we grab the other research sample. Uh-oh. Okay. I have no idea if I'm talking too much or if I'm talking not enough. Genuinely clueless. I guess I'll just have to watch through my own video, you know. See how it's going, see how it feels to watch, you know, if it's entertaining, even though it's not really gonna be for me, because, you know, I'm the person that made the video, I know exactly what happened. Oh god, not again. Man, I should really raise the ceiling of this tunnel. But, yeah. I'm the guy who made the video, right? So it's not gonna be. So there's not much. Oh, what's he gonna do next? Because I know exactly what I'm gonna do next. I made it. So probably gonna ask friends to watch it, or if you are a random viewer, what do you think of the video? What do you think I could improve on? The feedback would be greatly appreciated. Oh, I wonder what the thumbnail's gonna look like. I'm probably gonna take one at the end of the video. Not gonna lie. Probably be of the research chamber in the shuttle. Not the research chamber. The chemistry lab and condenser with the shuttle. How many bites are we gonna get from this? Hopefully enough, but I'm guessing that we're not. So I'm gonna go grab more research samples. I've learned that the ones in the caves are a little bit. But oh, have I been talking to the side of the mic this entire time? Whoopsies. I don't know if that'll actually carry through onto OBS. I think OBS is just making. I think I have to like manually make it separate the left and right channels, and I think it by default just combines them into one. Still though, probably I don't know how any of this stuff works. By the way, I'm using freaking OBS for video recording. I'm using DaVinci for editing. I don't know how any of this stuff works, and I'm not watching like 2 hours of tutorial to learn how to edit. I'm just gonna learn as I go. But oh, fart plant. Please don't kill me. Come on. Blow up already. What is going on? There we go. This game is perfectly polished and not buggy at all. Totally. But despite that, it's still my favorite game, and I couldn't find any more research. Fun. All right. Well, probably have to run into the forest to grab some. Man, oh, it's almost already empty. Wow, I did not know it had that little feel in it. I thought it had a little bit more, but holy crap, it's already on the last bar. Dang. Yeah, I also don't know how YouTube, like, compression is gonna affect this, you know? I don't know any of the small nuances of being a YouTuber, you know? Or just random crap that I have no idea about, you know? I don't know what's gonna affect the quality, I don't know what I should be working around. I know absolutely nothing. Well, not absolutely nothing. I know a fair bit, but not a lot. Oh crap! Let's try not to jump off the cliff. That's probably gonna end in my death. That's probably not something I should be doing, you know? Do we have enough bites yet? Holy crap! Wait, so the flight numbers are still going up. How much more is in these samples? Please don't set it a second. This will be enough. Okay, so we just need to make sure it's powered. Oh yeah, and in the future, whenever I get a good camera, so have like a face cam. Like, I'm not trying to hide my face, it's just I've not got a great way of recording, you know? Like, I've got a vlogging camera up on top of my desk, way up there. It lets me plug into my computer, but it is way up there. Y'all are not gonna be able to see my reaction. Y'all are just gonna be able to see the top of my head. Like, it's not good. It's not very great. Oh, we have enough. Alright, chemistry labs. Ceramic, glass, and tungsten. Tungsten, ceramic we got from the thing. Glass we got from this. Remember this chemistry lab for the condenser with plastic, glass, and iron. Glass, iron, now we need plastic. Carbon stuff over here. And a compound. Some over here. There we go. Man, I cannot wait to look at the hoverboard. It's gonna make this game so much quicker and easier. Same with the immortality snail and the friggin' portable arms. This makes the game so much easier. Wow. It's gonna make these things, and then that's gonna be it for this video. See? Oh, we need completely out of things to say. Probably ending the video here is a good thing. Alright. Let's make that atmospheric condenser. So redeem much better. We got hooked up. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's gonna be for later, but sweet. Let's plug this guy in. That is really that's pretty useful for going around like activating gateway chambers. Once this is done, I'm gonna be able to go through the fun of figuring out how to edit a video and design a good thumbnail, which y'all have seen the results of so far. I hope they're pretty good. But anyway, there's the atmospheric condenser. Lets us get a bunch of gases. However, on Silva, the current planet, we can only get hydrogen and nitrogen, which are pretty important, but we're missing a lot of the gases. And if we open up the Astropedia, go to planets, see that, say, Glacio has only argon, Visania has hydrogen, argon, and nitrogen. Atrox has helium, nitrogen, methane, and sulfur. Whole bunch of good stuff there. And the chemistry lab allows us to combine two resources into a different one, such as carbon and compound into plastic, like we did to make the condenser. Tungsten carbide, graphene. In some recipes require a gas. Hence the need for them. But that is going to do for today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to see the once every blue moon video that I upload. And with that, hope you enjoyed. That'll be all. See ya.